Hi, today we'll study a program that will check if a number is palindrome or not. So, uh, we have to write a program. It is a program to check if a number is palindrome. Remember this term palindrome. uh, a number is said palindrome if it is equal to the reverse of the same number. Okay, for example, 131 is a palindrome. Why? Because if you reverse this number, the same number we can get in the result. Fine. For example, 123, if you reverse this number, we'll get 321. 123, neither 321 are palindromes. Why? Because the number is not equal to the reverse. Fine. So palindrome is something, this is a number that if you reverse the same number, you will also get the same number in the result. So we are going to write a program that will check if an input number is palindrome or not. Okay, so I told that to check if a number is palindrome, first we need to calculate the reverse. So how to calculate reverse, I think I have already discussed in class. So let me repeat the same concept again, so that if anyone is having doubt in that topic, it will be clear. So to calculate reverse, for example, if you'll give 431 to the program, then it is going to calculate 134, which is the reverse of this number. This is pretty clear. This is the number and this is its reverse. Fine. Let's see how to calculate reverse of a number first. So the same thing I'm going to repeat. We have few concepts first that we are going to discuss, and then in the program we'll use the same concept to find out the reverse. Fine. So let's start. Uh, Suppose I have a number 435. Okay, I have a number 435. If I'll perform modular division 10 on this number, then I'm going to get the result as 5, right? So if the same thing 43 modular division 10, I'll get 3 as the output. Similarly, if I write 4 modular division 10, then I'm going to get 4 in the output. If you observe, if I'm performing modular division operation on a number, then basically I'm getting the unit digit of the same number in the output, right? Here also same thing. So you keep this in mind that to calculate reverse of a number, first I need to extract each and every digit. So this is the way I'm going to extract each and every digit of that number. And also observe that once I extracted 5 by hook or crook, I need to make 435 into 43. This means I need to eliminate or remove 5 from this number, so that the number will become 43. Again I'll perform the same operation, so that I'll get the unit digit. Okay, so this is one concept. Now how I'm going to do this? Okay, if I'm performing modular division by 10, then I'm getting the unit digit. Now I need to understand this, that I must have a way to convert 435 into 43. This means removing the last digit. Let's see how to do that. Suppose I have a number 435, and if I'm dividing that, I'll perform integer division on that number. I'm going to get 43. We discussed in the class that Python provides 3 different types of division operations. At number 1 we have simple division. At number 2, this is also called float division. At number 2 we have integer division, that is also called floor division. This is called floor, this is called float. And at last we have modular division or remainder division. Fine. This is pretty well clear to everyone because we discussed that in the initial classes. So if I perform the integer operation, integer division on this number, then definitely I am getting 43. See, from 435 we needed 43, and by this operation I am getting the same output, right? Similarly, if I'll perform 43 double division or integer division 10, I'm going to get 4. Fine. So we can generate this number, and we also understood how to extract the unit digit of a number. So these two things are clear, right? Okay, let's study one more concept. Okay, we had number 534. Let's see this. If I'll perform 5, if I'll multiply 5 by 10, okay, then I'll get what? 50. What if I will add the next result into that 50? So 50 plus 3, it will become 53. The same thing I'm going to perform again. It was before, it was 5, we multiplied 10, now it is 53. We are going to perform 10 on that. Okay, so I'll get 530. So from there we brought 50, and from this operation we are we made that 530. So again I'm going to add this number into that, so that will become 534. If you observe 435 and this answer, you can see that this number is the reverse of the input number, right? Okay, so we understood these three different concepts, and these three different concepts are going to be used in the program to calculate the reverse of a number. Let's see how we are going to combine all these three concepts. Okay, so directly we'll write the program. So we have to write a program to check if a number is palindrome or not. But before palindrome, I need to find the reverse, right? So let's start writing the program. I will write n equal to int of input, enter a number, right? Enter a number. This statement is pretty well clear to everyone. Enter a number will be printed on the screen. Input function will keep waiting for the user to press a keystroke, so that the number we can bring out from the user, right? Then I'll write while n is not equal to 0, digit is equal to n modular division 10. So the user is going to enter some value, and if he'll perform 10 on that, if he'll perform modular division by 10 on that number, then I'm going to extract the unit digit, right? Fine. Then I'll write reverse equal to reverse times 10 plus digit. If you remember, you can go back and check also. Here I explain the concept of how I'm going to multiply the output by 10, and by adding that digit I'm going to pretty close to the reverse of that number. Okay, so that concept I explained here, you can rewatch the same. Fine. Then I'll write n equal to n integer division 10. This concept also I explained here. N equal to n integer division 10. If you are not able to understand why I am writing all these things, you can go back and you can watch the same thing again. Okay, so by doing this I am basically extracting the unit digit, and by this statement I am going to finding out the reverse in a step by step manner. One by one digit I am going to put in the proper order, and this is for breaking that number. This statement is for breaking that number. 435 modular division 10 is equal to 443. So I am to break down the number to eliminate the unit digit. I am going to perform this operation. Now you are done. You do one thing, you take digit equal to 0 and also reverse equal to 0. REV, right? REV equal to 0. We are done. You come out the loop and write if, not if, you write print the reverse of the number is what? The reverse of the number is what? REV, right? We are going to perform all the operations on this REV. So the reverse of the number is stored inside the REV. This is all. I hope this program is pretty clear. If you are somewhere you are not getting, not properly able to understand the concept, you can comment it out. I'll respond to your comments. Fine. But is it all about our program that we needed to write? This program is basically showing you the reverse of the number. But our main motive is to check if a number is palindrome or not. And the initial time also, I told you that if we have a number and we have reverse of that number, if both are equal, then only n is a palindrome. So this is very simple. I'll remove this line. So this program is finding the reverse of a number. So we covered two programs. One is to calculate the reverse of a number. Then now we are going to change this program so that it will check if a number is palindrome or not. So I am going to erase this statement and I'll write, this is very simple, I'll write if, okay, so if you can observe, the initial, the input value was present inside the n variable, right? And we are modifying, we are keep on modifying the n variable. This means we have lost the original data. To do so, let me introduce one more variable, that is n1, to store the value of n. N1 here is a helping variable, that is maintaining the original data. So this is a copy, n1 is a copy of n. Now we'll modify n, we have the original data inside n1 variable. So I'll write if REV is double equal to what? N1, because the original data is stored in n1. Then what? Print the number is palindrome. Here we have the original data and we are comparing that with the reverse of the number. So if the original data is matching to the reverse, then this number is palindrome. Else you write print the number is not a palindrome. Simple. If it is matching, if the reverse and the original number both are equal, then print the number is palindrome. Else you print the number is not a palindrome. So in this video we covered two important programs, that is one to calculate the reverse, and we also studied check palindrome. Okay, I hope the concept, I try to explain this concept in the simplest way. I hope you got these points. If still you are having some doubt, then you can comment. You put a comment in the comment section. I will try to clear all your doubts.